of this. Like, we had an employee who was an alcoholic. He didn't show up to work. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
He, we don't meet their needs out here.
Sure.
We can't meet their needs out there. And then it gets turned into this personal thing. But the truth of the matter is we hired a disabled veteran who can't function.
Right.
And then, like, we were mad at him for showing up at work every day drunk, and we gave him tons of opportunities, and everybody got resentful.
Wow.
And because we gave him tons of opportunities. But if he had been in a place that had the services that would have supported him, and this is everywhere, of course.
Yeah.
But here it's a little more pronounced because we have, like, there's no place he can go. There's no AA.
Right.
I guess maybe there is a little meeting or something somewhere. But there's no anonymity.
Yeah, with it. Sure.
Area. So we've built this.
Yeah.
And, out of good intentions. But, we're not giving those people what they need. And at the times that they need the most help, we're failing them.
Right. No, that's a really interesting point. Like, hiring disabled veterans, but then not having services for disabled veterans.
Yeah. And then even feeling so stressed with the capacity that when a disabled veteran needs to have hospitalization or something like that, we're not meeting that need anymore.
Yeah.
So, and then we're all looking at that person saying, well, you're not pulling your weight here.
Sure.
So when, it was the United States government that harmed that person in the first place.
Right, yeah, like getting to the root. Sure. No, absolutely.
So that's the reason why we're a little stuck. And I don't think that, and on the flip side, the people that come to work for me, they have to want to be here. And they also they have to be self-selecting. And some of them have to be self-funding.
Wow.
And that's the other thing that discourages inclusion. So I'm hiring people with college degrees, some of them master's degrees, for $15 to $20 an hour jobs.
Wow. Right.
And, like, some of these jobs, I don't even guarantee full employment.
Wow. Right.
So, because of my operational needs.
Right.
So, that means that, yes, everyone's, like, I am very knowledgeable about this. We don't talk about this.
Yeah.
But I am very knowledgeable about, is it in my best interest to hire a trust funder or somebody who's, like, resourceful and knows how to, like, operate on a, on sort of a hippie level budget, or is it, or should I be hiring somebody who has true need and really needs this job?
Right.
That's the other thing.
Right.
And it's crazy. You're such a good listener. I'm sorry. I want you to give me my...
No, this is so helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this all just speaks to the institutional issues, and it's not... But when you're in it, oh my goodness, how does it hurts.
Sure.
In so many different ways.
Yeah. Well, you had mentioned too, that so many people are so passionate, and I wanted to follow up. You personally talked about how you love Death Valley. Like, if you could just say, like, what it means to you to work at the Park Service.
Yeah. So I've divorced my feelings about the Park Service from Death Valley. I am committed to Death Valley today. And it's because I feel like it is, like, when I look at what are we trying to do as humans?
Yeah.
I feel like preserving and protecting this place is actually pretty integral to our survival as a species.
Wow. Yeah.
And so, and that's like, that's my deep story. I'm able to do sort of a general business job that could be done anywhere.
Yeah.
With the mission of the Park Service and the Organic Act. That's nice.
Yeah.
But, like, Death Valley is so important because it's on the cusp of so many things.
Yeah.
So, we've had the Mars Fest, and my children were very affected by the fact that, Death Valley is a Mars analog. That means that people come and study it because it's like Mars in many ways.
Wow.
And we had the woman who was who the movie Contact was about.
Oh.
She came and talked.
Wow, that's so cool. Yeah.
like, her statement was, like, to my children was that the most important thing for finding life outside ourselves in the universe is staying alive here on Earth.
Wow.
Our longevity as a species.
Yeah.
Our longevity as a species is the most important way for us to actually find other life forms, alien life forms.
Wow.
My children were blown away by that.
Yeah.
So we're living on the, like, to live on the edge and allow other people to see the edge and allow other generations to think about the edge of existence on this planet is a very important thing.
Definitely.
Like, that's a very important goal in and of itself.
Yeah.
And so being here is just a small way of contributing to the greater good.
Yeah, wow. No, and it's so interesting how that greater good then, like you said, you divorced your feelings on the Park Service from the feelings of this connection to this deep, important mission at Death Valley.
And I can do that. So that's my decision.
Yeah.
And at any one time, it can get a little frustrating, and I can think, you know what, I'm just going to go back to, like, public radio. Like, I used to do public radio.
Oh, yeah.
And, that's sort of a general good.
Yeah.
But this is this is an amazing place, and I truly feel it. I feel committed to this place, and I think that our superintendent is committed. I think that our senior management are committed, and I had to buy in. You have to buy in to make that decision.
Yeah.
And so, but that also means that you have to take the long view, and the long view isn't that you throw yourself, and I learned this the hard way, that you throw yourself into this job like a crazy person at the expense of your family and your relationships, and you push things under the rug because, they're inconvenient. Yeah. So, it's just a balancing act. So I feel really passionate about this place, and I love the Park Service. I think that they mean well.
Yeah, it's a good intention. But I guess something else I wanted to ask you is that, you going back a little bit to some of the challenges you're facing as a working parent, and you mentioned the fatigue and balancing all of this, and you mentioned, like, current senior management has been overall an improvement. I mean, do you see any improvement there in how working parents are treated, or is it still?
So there's still a strain.
Yeah.
If you look at the composition of the mansion, and I'm hoping to help change that with a new chief, by supporting a new chief on the senior management. I'm not talking about my boss, but there's going to be some transitions, and supporting somebody who might have a family and might be a more active parent.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's just a really hard balancing act because they're such driven, professional, career Park Service people.
Yeah.
They've given their lives to this. And so for somebody like me who doesn't live in Death Valley on purpose, I would love to live in Death Valley. I even chose my house 8 years ago in Death Valley.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't make it work. That is actually kind of viewed with suspicion.
That you're not in the park.
That I'm not all in. I'm not all in.
Okay.
And I even have a 5-year plan that if I'm still here, we bought this house.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to get my children into college, and I'm hoping to move to the park where I can be here and be more present and contribute on a different level. Because you contribute like 24/7 if you're here. Your presence is a contribution.
Yeah.
So I just understand the push and pulls, and I just, I'm gonna make them actually understand that yes, I have to, like, for the first 3 years here, I didn't even take my children to the dentist. I was afraid.
Wow.
So, it actually cost me big time.
Oh, no.
So, I just didn't, I couldn't take time off. I felt like taking Like, your children have enough sick days.